So my thing about with Quentin Tarantino, man, I think I have to agree with him, dog. And Martin Scorsese. Marvel's not film, dog. It can't be.
Marvel should be. And Marvel could be, but they choose not to be.
Yeah.
They choose to cut every corner in the book in order to get the movie out. And it's really worked for them for a long time. But it's starting to get obvious, right? The movie feels cheap and they feel ugly. Quentin Tarantino got the crown already. Martin Scorsese, it's on his head already. You know, and they have a lot of choice words for the state of the industry. I understand what they're saying, but it doesn't. I guess I'm a little more optimistic in that. I feel like it doesn't have to be this way. But I wonder if my agreeing with them is just showing my age.
We're from an age and time where we saw stories were made that had no superheroes in them, but within the film was a hero.
Yeah. It's like, it's just a regular movie. Yeah, like you said, which is not really like the case anymore.
Like John McClane, that's a hero.
Yeah, and you know, and by today's standards, he's kind of a superhero too. You're right. You know, I was thinking the other day how sad it must be to be like 22 watching movies.
Yeah.
You know why it's sad? Because you're getting excited over Henry Cavill coming back as Superman. But if you're 22, Henry Cavill has been Superman since you were like 10 years old, since you were a child.
The only Superman you know.
I think you lose something, you know? I think you lose something. Again, if you're 22, these movies will feel old as hell. You gotta watch all these movies from like eons ago to make a movie you're watching now makes sense. I kind of feel bad for him, but I probably shouldn't because that's just me being old, you know, just me being an old fogey.
I don't know if that's us being old. I think that's us tuning in to the true depth of what art is. I'm saying that we have a better taste of art, or a more refined taste for what art is, because I'm telling you, man, these 22-year-old kids are going to look at these movies when they get older and they're going to be like, what we thought of The Pest.
But you know,
they're going to.
You're making a good point, though. You're talking about art. Are they trying to make art? I'm not talking about the kids. I'm talking about the movie industry right now. Is Black Adam art?
No.
Like, it does not feel like it, right?
Making money.
Yes, it feels like they are that is my issue. I can feel someone turning the crank and making money, you know, come out of the machine. You know what I'm saying? I don't think Marvel's making art. And if they are making art, it's not consistent, right? I'm almost willing to say, to your credit, that Black Panther might have been art. And I would even go a little further and say that The Winter Soldier might have been art.
Might have been art.
Yeah, might have been art. Or at least there are certainly some artful parts in there, right? But when
that and maybe even Civil War.
Yeah, maybe Civil War, maybe. As much as I liked Endgame, not sure if that was art. You know what I'm saying? Like,
no,
that felt like candy. You know what I mean? That's what that felt like.
Yes, for sure.
So that
was definitely
I loved
candy.
it, and that's not me bashing it. But I feel like that was candy. And then when I look at Black Adam, that just felt like a money making scheme.
Bro, that's a damn sugar stick.
I don't even know that was candy. That was a stick up, dude. They was like, give me your money, bitch. That's what it was.
Give me the root. Give me the root.
That's right. Looking at these Tarantino films, they feel different, don't they? Both of them.
Wait! Before we get into this psychedelic old school 1997 film by Quentin Tarantino, hit that subscribe. Quentin Tarantino.
Oh, okay.
Hit that subscribe button right down. I didn't get to see this film growing up for obvious reasons.
Me neither. Okay. Like, oh my God.
Fucking jamming problem. Shit. That motherfuckers. Fuck you doing? Fuck your fucking job.
You know how in Amsterdam that you can smell something bad going along when you have all these stars in here and you can smell a script going bad and stuff? It was different from back in the day. This had purpose. Every character that was in this film had purpose to me.
Well, it's different because a lot of these stars were, I mean, to be blunt, I don't mean to be mean, but they were washed up at this time, right? And so when they showed up, you were like, oh, you know, Pam Grier's back in a movie. You know what I'm saying? Like, but them being washed up is kind of the point of their characters in this film, because these guys have lived full, vibrant lives before this that we never get to see, and now they're looking back on their lives and thinking about if they had regrets, if maybe they should have done something different. And that is really, really fascinating. It's especially fascinating considering that this is Quentin Tarantino's third movie. This was his follow-up to Pulp Fiction. And as you can imagine, people were completely puzzled. They were like, what is this? Because it is, after Pulp Fiction's violent, crazy thing going on, he makes this like quiet, contemplative film with like a little heist movie that's kind of hidden away in this movie about retirement, about regrets, and people were like, "What the heck is that?" And most people's reactions at the time were negative. They didn't like it. They were like, "Oh, Quentin Tarantino, we know it. Didn't have the longevity. Didn't have it." But now, looking back, I think a lot of people, me included, think this is Quentin's best film.
Well, in my opinion, I like Django, and I really like The Hateful Eight, which we'll review later. I do like this film because it shows his versatility. It shows that he knows how to slow things down and to have a focal point on character development within each of these characters.
But one of the things I like that makes this movie so different, and why I think it's my favorite, is because in every other Quentin Tarantino film, you can feel Quentin behind the camera. You can feel him back there.
Yeah.
He was gone. I could barely tell this was a Tarantino film. Every once in a while, somebody's foot would be up on the camera like this, you know what I'm saying? And of course, they had plenty of people saying the N-word.
In this movie, at least it was the black people saying it.
This at least, you know. It wasn't Quentin himself, because he does that too. And there's lots of Quentin Tarantino's like special little spotlights. Have you noticed that about his films? They have these like random spotlights that just hit tables, hit the floor, and it makes everything feel like stagey, like you're watching a play. It's completely unnatural, and it's just a Tarantino thing. I mean, he had like a million of them in Hateful Eight, but in here they were here everywhere here as well. So Quentin Tarantino's thumbprint is all over this, of course. But at the time, people were like, "Man, this just does not feel like the sequel to Pulp Fiction that I was expecting." But for me, like I said, I really like these like soulful, contemplative films, especially from a filmmaker that you wouldn't expect that from, like Quentin Tarantino. To me, one of the things that, as I've always said on this channel a million times, that Quentin does so well, and he did it in spades here, are the musical choices. The needle drop.
God.
Moment. Yes.
Oh, and
this has got to be the best soundtrack from any movie I've ever heard.
As soon as I heard Strawberry Letter by the Johnson Brothers, and also I heard some Bill Withers, the man who tried to stare me down.
But Tyrone, we just watched Run, Sweetheart Run, and they had Strawberry Letter 23 in that movie too. And you didn't have the same reaction, did you?
No.
Because they didn't know what to do with that song. It was a bizarre cover, and the context was weird. But with Quentin, you get it. You get the song, you get the vibe, and it works out so well. That's like 90% of the movie for me. It's just that awesome music. It reminds me of my mom.
Oh. When this film opens up, she is a airport stewardess. And she is basically hired to run money for a gun dealer, which is played by Samuel L. Jackson. And she gets caught by the feds. They know who they want. They want him. They don't want her. They want him for his guns.
But Sam Jackson's character, he's always one step ahead. He's got Jackie Brown as his like mule, but he's also got insurance on her that if she were ever to be caught, there's also a little cocaine in there too. So if he goes down, she goes down. So she didn't know the cocaine was in there. She was like, what? I think that showed how terrifyingly smart Odell Robbie was.
When he's 2 steps ahead of people and he feels like he's going to be on the other end of the law, he's going to take him out. He's going to take people out.
You ain't here? Hear what? Somebody with a grudge blew Beaumouth's brains out. Oh, shit. That shit rhymes. Blew Beaumouth's brains out.
He goes to this bailsman after he gets a call from Beaumont Livingston. This fool got caught with a gun and money and drugs and stuff like that, and a whole bunch of other guns in his car, and he needed to get bailed out.
Well, hold on. He didn't need to get bailed out. Odell Robbie bailed him out before he could rat him out. He bailed him out immediately. He was like, take him out now.
He wanted to get him out so he can cover his ass.
Exactly.
So, and it was a smooth, I hate to say it was a smooth way, but he finessed the hell out of Chris Tucker.
He did. Chris Tucker was too stupid, man. Too stupid. He was like, oh, thank you. Oh, let's come inside and celebrate. And Sam Jackson's like, oh, no. Actually, you know what? I got a favor. Can you climb your dumb ass into this trunk for me? No reason. Just sit there, cock the gun. That's it. And then after that, we're gonna get some waffles, baby. And he's like,
at first I was like, damn.
Chris Tucker was like, okay, I want some chicken and waffles. Dumbass.
And you said 10 minutes.
I forgot Robert De Niro was in this film.
Oh yeah, playing such a sad character. Well, Robert De Niro is, he just got out of jail. So he's kind of, his mind's kind of blasted. He got out 4 days prior and he's still wide-eyed and nervous and quiet and sheepish. And he is still trying to get his bearings in the real world. He's just caught in the middle. And I can't help but feel bad for him, even though he is kind of an idiot.
They don't seem like a really good pair to be doing the things that they do.
But it does show the kind of people that Odell puts around him, right? He gets these desperate people. Like he said, he got one girl shut off the bus from Georgia. She didn't even know where she was. He lied and said that she was in Hollywood, but they were really in Compton. She didn't know no better. And then he had another lady named Sophie who ended up stealing $10,000 from them in the middle of their heist. So he gets these real desperate people. And so I guess because of that, Robert De Niro's character fits that bill perfectly.
Getting back to Jackie Brown, her plan is to get some money that's held up in Mexico. What was it, $500,000 from Mexico?
Yeah, $500,000.
All that is Samuel Jackson's money. Mm-hmm. She devised a plan with the feds to be able to allow her to go and get it, so they'd be able to arrest Samuel Jackson. But they don't know that she's gonna double cross both of them. Right. And how she's gonna do that? She's gonna talk to the bailsman because the bailsman got a thing for chocolate, baby.
He does.
He got a thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So what's really cool is I've always said my favorite format for a film is a heist film, and that's what this is.
Yes,
it's a heist film. Jackie Brown has found herself in a tight spot. She either rats on Odell, knowing that Odell will have her killed, or she goes to jail for, it could be a year, it could be 4 years, whatever it is. She can't afford to spend that much time in jail. This is the last job she can possibly get. It's a shitty job as a flight attendant. She cannot lose this job. She's too old to go back into the workforce, she thinks. So she's like, I have to pull off this heist. I have to steal this dangerous criminal's money right under the ATF's nose. It gets really complicated because, like you said, she ends up, of course, double-crossing everybody. And as it unfolds, it is tense, it is scary. Like, I was on the edge of my seat, man. I love that kind of stuff, man.
All the while, she's just swooning this dude's heart.
They genuinely liked each other. And after at the end, when everything goes through, she's like, want to come to Barcelona with me? And it's like a genuine request. And for me, my heart kind of broke for both characters because they've both been lonely for so long, and they both fit together so well, even though you probably wouldn't probably wouldn't put this bail bondsman and this criminal together, but they work really well.
Yeah, and he was like, I got a job to do.
Right.
And he just stayed behind, and he just went back there in the back room and cried. I was crying too, losing this Pam Grier. I'd be like...
But see, but did he really lose her? Because he still has his partner, and his partner's job is to find people who don't want to be found. So he could...
That is true. Tiny.
Yeah, he could find her. And he could go live, he could go live that happy life.
How'd you find me anyway?
Winston found you.
How'd he find me?
That's what he does. He finds people that don't want to be found.
Well, how'd you know where he was?
I found him.
What do you mean you found him?
That's my job.
He kept talking about retiring, you know. He talked about how many people he's bailed out, and it was like in the thousands. He's like, over 19 years, I've done this for so long. He's ready for something new. He's ready for new horizons. So hopefully, in my mind, and my headcanon, he goes after Jackie.
And I don't see Quentin Tarantino being the type of guy to make a sequel 30 years later like some of these other people. So
I don't
we're
know.
just going to have to just keep that in our mind.
There's all these rumors about a Kill Bill 3, so you never know.
Kill Bill 3. Bill is deader than dead.
Hey, it could be Revenge, Kill the Bride.
Oh, yeah, with Vivica Fox's daughter.
Yeah.
Because she saw that would have actually ain't that bad.
Yeah, everybody wants to kill the bride. So, you know.
And they said they want Zendaya to play her.
Yeah, I don't want that. let's get a no name. I don't want Zendaya. No.
You don't want Zendaya?
No. I feel like we can do better than Zendaya. She's just the it girl and she's brown. So everybody wants to go to her. But we can do better than that. We can do better. Let's think this through, y'all.
Get on him in the comments, yo. Get him in the comments. Roast his ass. Roast his ass. I want some hack and slash. I want some stuff like that from him in the future. And yeah, I do want also movies like this that tells great stories. This movie being adapted from a book doesn't make it any less any of his like creation, you know, or anything like that.
It was still written for the screen by Quentin, but you know, Quentin says he's at the end of his career. He says he's got maybe 1 or 2 more films in him. So I guess he's gonna be picky, and I imagine he will go for something more, like you said, more hack and slash, something more people pleasing.
I think he said he was gonna go for like 12.
Trying to count his movies gets kind of funny. He has an official account, but I don't know what it is off the top of my head.
Jackie Brown had everything that I feel that movies today do not have. It has a cohesive story, memorable characters, a great caper like you would like, and I love it. So I'm giving this film an A.
I like your A, and I'm gonna match it. This is also an A. And I think the reason why this is an A for me, and the reason why movies like this stand out for me, is because of 2 things: vision and trust. I think he had a vision, a voice in this film that you can just feel, and it gives the movie like this energy, this texture. Like you could almost take any screenshot from this film and you'll know exactly what it is. Matter of fact, I was in LA and I passed by that wall that Jackie Brown goes by in the opening of the film, where she goes by that wall and it's all different multicolors. And I was Jackie Brown wall. Like, it was just like that. That's how clear the vision is to me. I saw the spot and I was like, oh my God, I just couldn't believe it. But so this movie is so iconic with its vision, but also with trust. Quentin Tarantino was bold enough to slow things down, and he trusted that you will go with him on the ride, and that you will be able to keep up with this story that's got crosses and double crosses. It's got all kinds of characters that interweave between one another and have all these complex relationships, and he trusted that you will keep up. And I have never, not once ever, seen a Marvel film trust you like that. Never. They hold your hand through every single scene. It's hard to even think of a modern film with this much trust in the audience. I love that stuff. These kind of movies, for me, this is my bag. This is my kind of movie.
Well, I gave this film an A, and Devin gave this film an A too. We really do like this film. It's a beautiful film. If you haven't seen Jackie Brown, get on your streaming service and check it out. That is our review for Quentin Tarantino's Jackie Brown. Thank you very much for clicking on this video. Our subscriber count has been going up, and we just really appreciate you guys. If you could do us a favor, please hit that subscribe button right down there. Hey, if you like this review, please give us a thumbs up on this, all right? Or you can hit that thumbs down, whichever you choose. It is your opinion, but just remember one thing, it is mostly wrong. See you in another video. Peace. Ben Grimm was fine as hell, boy.
Her whole life.